In the future, when individuals become uninterested in boxing and comparative games, another game is made, robot boxing, wherein robots fight each other while being controlled by somebody. Charlie Kenton, a previous fighter who's attempting to make it in the new game. Charlie pulling up a trailer to a region fair. He's planned to battle his old robot against a 800-pound bull. The owner of this show comes to discuss the competition. Cheryl bets $20,000. Says he has it, but actually doesn't in the beginning. Charlie controls his ambush. Charlie actually stands their ground. During the match, Charlie turns his attention to two women who have come to watch the match. The bull takes its opportunity and hits the ambush from behind, severing its leg. Ambush gets up on one leg, hoping to hop to a victory, but the broken ambush is no match for the bull. Finally, the bull defeats the robot. Charlie bet more cash than he had on the battle and leaves town before they come to collect the debt. In the meantime, his child, Max, who was in the full authority of his mom, loses his mother, and in view of Texas state regulation should be gone over to the dad, Charlie. His auntie offers to take care. Charlie extorts her rich spouse for $100,000 to sign the papers. He promises to give half of that amount. Charlie goes to meet his girlfriend Bailey, his old love, and the little girl of the one who instructed his human boxing profession. The cash to purchase an old first-generation champion robot, Noisy Boy. Charlie tries to control Noisy Boy in English, but it works in Japanese. Max takes the control module and control Noisy Boy in Japanese. Charlie asks how you learned Japanese, and Max says, I learned it from video games. Bailey then changes Noisy Boy's language to English. Charlie doesn't find opportunity to appropriately prepare and plan with the new robot, and promptly takes it to a battle. They move to a new battlefield where they find more robots in the same station there. Charlie asks for the main match, the match with Midas, then Max opposes the decision. Charlie does not accept Max's decision. Charlie enters the battle. While Noisy Boy fights well in the early stages because of his incompetence and lack of experience, Charlie loses the match, and Charlie loses the famous Noisy Boy. After his last robot becomes destroyed, Charlie takes Max to the junkyard to scour parts to attempt to repair one of the old robot. After a hazardous fall, Max tracks down a covered robot. However, Charlie doesn't see the potential. Charlie says that he'll think about it, assuming Max uncovers it. So Max stays through the night to recover the robot. Subsequent to getting it to the rec center, they reboot it and figure out it has an uncommon shadow capability, yet that is the main piece of significant worth Charlie sees, while Max sees an astounding machine. The robot was Generation 2, and it was worked as a competing robot for higher-class robots. It was intended to take a weighty beating and copy moves of different robots to assist with preparing the warriors, yet was never intended to battle itself. He found while clearing the robot off that its name is Atom. He remains up the entire evening showing it fundamental, unpracticed battling moves with the shadow capability. He even fosters a kind of a fellowship with the robot. Max at last persuades Charlie to offer the robot a chance in a battle. Charlie takes it to the zoo, an underground lower-class ring for informal battles without any standards in the remaining parts of an unwanted creature park. Against Charlie's desires, Max wagers enormous against the ring pioneer. Max, with the advice of Charlie, comes out with victory, taking the money, and they schedule another fight. Charlie sees Max moving, with the robot impersonating the hit the dance floor with his shadow capability. Max realizes that he doesn't have the battle information to train it to battle well. Charlie says that the moving can be their flair, and that he'll consent to train it to battle assuming Max is the player and specialist. Max takes the discourse capability from Noisy Boy and allows Charlie to do his thing, with the robot's prevalent strength and speed, joined with its shadow capability impersonating Charlie's human boxing, Atom turns into a rising star. Max utilizes his rewards to purchase spare parts and fixes Atom, and Charlie gradually begins taking care of old debts. It's not long before Max, Charlie, and Atom are perceived by proficient advertisers and welcome to participate in the WRB overall robot boxing. They are set in a match Twin Cities, an Asian robot with 2 heads. Subsequent to being beaten into a corner, Charlie finds Twin Cities' weakness, and during the disarray between its regulators, Atom lays the beatdown. After, Atom at last is declared the victor, while entering the ring as the champion. Max snatches the receiver and challenges Zeus to a duel. Zeus is the main hero, undefeated in robot boxing. Truth be told, it stayed on the top by destroying every single adversary. No robot has even endured 2 entire rounds with Zeus. This top robot was developed by the top robot producer, the once retired creator Takmashido, to be the best contender out there, and utilizing another program that analyzes battling designs in different robots and supersedes them. It's awesome there is. It's not all uplifting news for Max and Charlie. Charlie's old obligation from the county fair finds him after the battle with Twin Cities. After a failed escape attempt, the hooligans catch Charlie and Max. They have no second thoughts about beating an 11-year-old youngster and taking his cash. Charlie sees the risk in the way of life and calls Max's auntie to take him to save him from the risk. Max is taken into the care of his aunt and uncle a few days later. Charlie acknowledges how he ought to help Max, getting the endorsement for the battle against Zeus. He appears on the auntie's doorstep and clumsily apologizes to Max. In spite of the fact that she dissents, she concludes that Charlie can have Max for one night. They go to the championship battle against undefeated world champion. At the point when the battle begins, Zeus instantly knocks the Atom down. Charlie leaves the computerized orders and goes for individual moves and figures out how to balance in somewhat longer with Zeus. Atom is getting beat hard by Zeus still, however, arrives at the finish of Cycle 1. In Cycle 2, Atom makes a couple of shock hits against Zeus and takes its programmed sensors out of equilibrium. Both Atom and Zeus are enduring weighty shots. Atom has endured longer than any robot before against Zeus, credited to not just his brilliant strength worked in as a competing robot, yet his non-standard moves educated to him by a human contender, Charlie. Close to the furthest limit of Cycle 4, Atom gets caught in a corner, and his voice acknowledgement programming gets obliterated. With the benefit, Zeus prepares to end it, and just misses striking the last blow on account of the completion ringer. Max persuades Charlie to battle with the shadow capability, and even with the serious harm, the improved speed and improbability of shadowing a genuine human progressively gives Atom another chose advantage. Charlie and Atom strike back, hard. Come by the chime, finishing the 5th and last round. Against the well-known vote of the group, the adjudicators vote for Zeus, so he holds the crown. However, Charlie and Max's robot Atom gets the privileged title of People's Champion. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.